Now, I want to take you back to Greece and to Olympia, where the flame lighting ceremony is taking place. Let's have a listen in as we expect that flame to be lit in the next 5 minutes or so.
Statues in the ancient times. We will be seeing these kouroi later on. And waiting for us at the temple. We have the priestesses featuring the high priestess as well. And the artistic director of the flame lighting ceremony and the choreographer Artemis Ignatiou, who will in a few moments time formally, there she is, when she will strike the drum that will formally begin the torch lighting ceremony. The distinguished guests led, of course, by the President. Και τα αγάλματα που θα σμιλεύονταν προς τιμήν τους και τοποθετούνταν στην Ιερή Άλτη, εκεί όπου μόνον οι θεοί. This is always a very magical moment, the official Olympic flame lighting ceremony. In ancient Olympia, of course, the flame was lit throughout the duration of the games, and that is the continuity that we're seeing in the modern era as well. Once this flame is lit, it will not be extinguished until the closing ceremony.
So that's the scene live in Olympia, where the sacred flame for the Paris 2024 Olympics is to be lit in, of course, the ancient birthplace of the Games. There will then be the torch relay, which will spread from the Acropolis to the South Pacific. As you can see, hundreds of dignitaries and spectators are there in southwest Greece, where the modern-day Olympics were born, and where the ceremony is held every 2 years for both the summer and the winter Olympics. Now, you can see there there is the Greek actress Mary Mina. Now, she is, we think, going to help bring the Olympic flame to life with the help of a parabolic polished mirror before handing it to the first torch bearer. So there is a parabolic mirror that you can see there in the middle of your shot, which we think is actually what is going to be used to help light the flame. It will then be passed to the first torch bearer, who is a Olympic rowing champion, and then it will be handed on as it goes on the torch relay. Now, the ceremony here in Olympia being conducted in the ruins of the 2,600-year-old temple of Hera. As we saw in the pictures, the Greek president is there, as is the International Olympic Committee president Thomas Bach, who we heard talking a little earlier. The torch itself harks back to the ancient Olympics, when a sacred flame burned throughout the Games. The tradition was revived in 1936 for the Berlin Games. Now, there will be an 11-day relay of the torch on Greek soil. Some 600 torchbearers will carry the flame over a distance of 5,000 kilometres through 41 different municipalities and areas of Greece, before it is then given over to the Paris 2024 organisers. That will happen in April, in the 26th is when the actual flame gets handed over to Paris. So what we're seeing at the moment is this ceremony where we expect that the polished parabolic mirror will be used, that you can see there in the shot, to help light the flame. Let's have a listen in. So if you have just joined us on BBC News, we are watching live from Olympia in Greece, the sacred flame lighting ceremony for the Paris 2024 Olympics. It of course happens in Olympia, which is the birthplace of the ancient games. Before that, torch relay takes place from the Acropolis to the South Pacific. There you can see the flame being walked in to the ancient 2,600-year-old temple of Hera in Greece. The Greek president, the International Olympic Committee president, amongst the dignitaries there, as of course are the officials from the Paris 2024 Games. The actual Olympics will start on the 26th of July in Paris, 19 days of competition. But of course, before that gets underway, there is always the torch relay, and it starts from Greece, where that flame will make its move during an 11-day relay in Greece itself. Around 600 torch bearers will carry that flame over 5,000 kilometres through 41 municipalities before it is then handed over to the Paris 2024 organisers. That will have a special ceremony as well at the site of the first modern Olympics of 1896. That will happen on April the 26th. Then, of course, across France, there's going to be 10,000 torch bearers that will carry the flame across 64 different French territories. There'll be 400 towns, dozens of attractions during its 12,000-kilometre journey, both through mainland France and also the overseas French territories in the Caribbean, Indian Ocean and Pacific. So there we see the flame being put down, ready for the ceremony for the torch to be lit in ancient Olympia.
Ιερά σιωπή, να ηχήσει όλος ο αιθέρας, η γη, η θάλασσα και οι πνοές των ανέμων, όροι και τέμποι, σιγήστε, ήχοι και φωνές πουλιών, παύσατε, για τη μέλη να μας συντροφεύσει ο φίβος, ο φωσφόρος βασιλεύς.